evening, everyone. It's Sunday, and you know what? Another damn pay-per-view and another bad pay-per-view. But we're going to talk about it. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's time for another episode of the Illuminati Wrestling Order. I am, of course, Giandra Brokenhearted J this week, but we'll get into that later in the show. I got my man Nate. I got my man Pumps. We're going to talk about this Hell in a Cell. More like hell in a pay-per-view that we just got finished watching for like the last 2 or 3 hours. Did you make it? Pumps, are you still awake? Did you make it through?
I had some assistance. This old Red Bull here kept me through. Woof.
What about you, Nate? How'd you make it?
Yeah, I mean, I usually like to start the pay-per-view an hour after it starts so I can fast forward through stuff. And this evening, I definitely had to fast forward through some things. But other than that, it was all right. I carved a pumpkin yesterday. That was fun.
That was a good-looking pumpkin, too.
I was trying to do, like, the rolling eye emoji,
Uh-huh.
Well, you didn't do that, but it still looks good.
Well, you failed at that, but it was okay.
Yeah, as far as pumpkins go, but until I knew that, I would have said 2 thumbs up.
I swear, like, if you guys were the Peanuts, who's the one that always pulls the football away?
Lucy.
Lucy always pulls the football away from Charlie Brown. And he's like, I already did my pumpkin. Oh, you didn't do that.
Pumps is the seat to my Charlie Brown.
Absolutely.
You couldn't have nailed that any better.
Absolutely.
So yes, another week with WWE, and we'll talk about the other platforms as well, of course. But tonight was another pay-per-view with Hell in a Cell. Let's see. On the pre-show, who was on the pre-show? I don't even remember. That's terrible.
Oh, Gulak and R-Truth.
Yeah, Gulak and R-Truth. And I'm tired of the 24/7 belt. I got the whole gimmick. I'm over it. It's not funny unless R-Truth has it. R-Truth's had it forever. There's no real spoil for him for that. Do we still need it?
No. We
Absolutely.
never needed it.
Did they ever even make a replica in the store? Like, that's how crappy that whole shtick was.
I know there's a toy, like a figure replica, so I'm assuming there probably is.
Listen, it seems like a cool, like if I was a kid and they had a 24/7 belt, like that might be a funny thing to do with you and your friends if you're like, 7, 8 years old. Like, I get that, but other than that, it's.
It'd be funny for a meme, like if you're at a party, you just clobber somebody and roll them up.
Sure.
Yeah. Other than that, no.
Yeah, it's
you
a wrap.
kept the 24/7 belt in your trunk at all times, and just anytime somebody fell down, you just ran and whipped it out.
Yeah. What title did they do that with? Was that the Cruiserweight Championship or the Light Heavyweight Championship back in the day? It was 24/7, wasn't it?
You mean like the Taka Michinoku belt?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Way back in when Crash Holly had it and all them.
I don't remember. It's a good question.
I feel like I remember them fighting on a conveyor belt or something with it.
You know what? You're right. Dudes would get beat up at the airport. I do remember that now. Yeah.
Didn't work then. It doesn't work now.
Doesn't work then, now, or forever.
We're going to make this campaign to get rid of it. Just, immortalize it. Is that the right word? Immortalize it with R-Truth, and just he is like the 24/7 champion emeritus of it, and no one else can have it because there's really no need for it unless you're going to do full-blown matches.
They can merge it like they did with the WCW belts. Remember during the invasion where they merged the WCW, US, and
right.
Yeah.
That was just because they wanted to get those belts off.
Right, but I'm saying they could merge it with something and just get rid of it.
Like the world title?
No. With the women's tag titles.
Oh, they're okay.
They could merge the 24/7 women's tag titles.
Yeah.
And we're off and running. That's good shit, pal.
I like where your head's at.
Women's 24/7 belt before they do that. Nonsense that
we can't speak these things into existence.
I gotta stop doing that. I really gotta stop doing that. Can I just on a like an unrelated but related note? I just can't get with Drew Gulak. I've never been a fan of Drew Gulak, even when he was in 205. Like, I don't like him.
He's a hell of a hand.
He's a fucking great wrestler, that's for sure.
I just could never get with him. Like, is he still? I don't even know what his shtick is these days. First, it was the little Trumpy MAGA guy that he was doing at first, and then he was doing the "I will make you tap" kind of a thing, and now he's just like full blown jobber now, huh?
Who's the guy in NXT with the missing tooth? Thatcher?
Yeah.
I think he can come up and take Drew Gulak's place as that good hand that he's a better character.
Yeah, but they're actually doing stuff with Timothy Thatcher, though.
Which means it's time to get him on Raw, pal.
Okay, and very
Sure.
very. But enough of the things that I don't like, because you know I'm gonna talk my shit about my girl. They finally put the strap on my girl
I
tonight.
stand up and clap in my house for you when that happened.
Man, she worked for it. She worked for it. Well, let's start with that. Man, that was.
We're gonna start with the best match of the night.
Might as well.
Bailey beat the hell out of each other the entire match. That was a good match. I'm like, you know what, Punks, what were your favorite parts of that match?
All the start of it when Sasha ran up the table and hit her with the double knees. I think that was early enough to set the precedent that, like, I mean, we knew going in that it was going to be some serious shit because those two always put on for each other. But that just really set the tone for, like, yeah, we're not playing around.
Yeah.
Nate?
Yeah, I thought the psychology was really good. I liked how Bailey kept trying to bring in weapons and then Sasha would keep trying to throw them out, like where I was pretty impressed when she shot the kendo stick through the little chain link thing on the first shot. I was like, well, I bet she practiced that. That was impressive.
They did so many good things.
Yeah, no, and then I felt like it, it just worked. It was the match that we knew that they were gonna have. I just kind of wish it was in front of people.
I know.
And you know what I mean? Like, that's the only. I will say at the end when the ref was sitting there holding the belt for Sasha and she just wasn't acknowledging him and just looking at Bailey the entire time, I was like, man, why you gotta have this ref sit here and hold this belt for that long? Like, it felt like forever until she actually like grabbed it out of his hand or whatever. But I got it. She was, she was in the zone. But yeah, no, it was. I'm glad she didn't cry. Because that's one of my pet peeves when the female wrestlers have a tendency to cry when they win championships, and I think it doesn't need to be all that.
I agree.
But I was happy for her, and I really hope that this is a long reign for Ms. Banks.
You know damn well they're gonna make her drop it tomorrow on Raw. They're gonna probably start the Bianca Belair feud tomorrow, and like she's gonna come and like roll her up or something when she issues an open challenge. But let me stop speaking things into existence. Yeah. One of the funniest things about that match, I don't know if it was intentional or what, but I cracked up when Bailey couldn't get the tape undone, and she asked, "Can you open this for me? Open this for you." Yeah. I'm glad he snapped and thought about it, because if he would have opened that tape for her, I'd have been like, what the hell kind of match is this? Like, right. The continuity and the storytelling of the match was really, really good. So kudos to the ladies. Yay, Sasha Banks. You are the champion for however long it lasts.
Where do you go from here?
Survivor Series rematch.
But I mean, you just had like the top match you can have. Like, the Hell in the Cell is supposed to be like the fucking blow off. Now what? You're gonna go back to just 20-minute time limit? Like,
they'll probably give her some time off. They'll probably say like, oh, she was so. Maybe they'll put her on that Brock Lesnar kind of schedule, for a little bit. Maybe she'll dip out for a little bit, because I know the Mandalorian stuff is about to start, and they'll have to they won't have to tour or anything for press, but I don't know.
She can't dip with the belt, though.
Brock did it.
Brock never came to work.
Again, you're comparing things that aren't the same, sir.
But, they're not going to let her do that. She's on the big brand. So even if she's not wrestling, she's going to have to come out and talk her shit or whatever. And in the meantime, they might have her valet. No, she doesn't have anybody to valet anymore because she doesn't have any friends. Maybe they'll bring her out like during the broadcast when, say, whoever's on. I just came out here to watch the match and see what the lay of the land is looking like. Maybe they'll do a few episodes like that where she's just kind of scoping everybody out because somebody had to get jacked up during their match. There has to be an injury in there somewhere, from the backs on the ladders to the choking, getting clotheslined.
It was a really good finish. I like the finish a lot.
Yeah, it was the best women's match since Ripley Flair at Mania for sure.
Yeah, it was really well put together match. Did you say something happened in New Japan already with the finish like that, Pumps, on the thread earlier?
No, not like that. We'll get to that finish.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know which one it was. I'm anxious.
Oh, also, I made a cardinal sin. I said last week when I was doing my hand clapping meme to Nate that women don't wrestle in New Japan, that they wrestle in I forget what I said, but it's actually shit, I forgot. I don't know, whatever I said, I think I said it was Shimmer, and it's
yeah, it was Shimmer.
Yeah, but it's not. It's something else, and I forget now. So I've just made an ass of myself. Awesome.
Way to fucking pause the show for that.
Spoiled my own bit. All right, see you next week.
And that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. And good night.
But no, it was a really good match. It was really good. I'm.
Yeah, it's women's match of the year by far since Mania, at least, and a strong candidate for all around.
I hope their coworkers are watching that. Like, oh shit, we better step it up.
They can't though. There's
no one who can even get with that. Even okay, if we look at who we've got left on both brands, Bianca Belair, even if she's talented, she doesn't have a foil. Like maybe her and Shayna Baszler. Maybe they could do something. It's not going to be on that level, but at least it could be interesting. But they're not on the same brand anymore, so there goes that. Who is?
And this was what, an 8-month build too?
Which is unfucking heard of.
Yeah. So I mean, good luck.
Right.
There's nobody. Good luck.
Well. They can always take it easy. We're about to get into the holiday season.
Where did Becky get drafted? Did Becky get drafted to Raw or SmackDown? Or did she not get drafted?
I don't think she got drafted.
Okay.
They drafted Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte was Raw, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, okay, maybe Becky comes back Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
They keep it on her till then.
When is Royal Rumble? Like March?
January.
No, January. It's always January.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, she ain't gonna be back because she's not even unpregnant yet. I don't think.
No, not yet. But I mean,
Becky still hasn't had her baby. This is like the longest pregnancy of all time.
No,
she was like 6 weeks pregnant in March.
I don't think she has, because I was saying the same thing, and my daughter's like, she is still pregnant. She's not having her baby till like November. I'm like, okay, thank you, my bad. My bad, Mrs.
It feels
Rollins.
like she's been baby for a really, really long time, but I guess 9 months is a long.
But that baby probably doing CrossFit in her womb, so she might the baby be back in like 6 weeks.
Roping the umbilical cord.
Exactly. So super fit people over there, so she might pop it out 6 weeks and be like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Pumps, did you not like that visual I just gave you?
No. Yup.
Born fetus jump roping an umbilical cord?
No, I don't know. Yucky.
It's got it put against the side of the
Ow, come on.
Dips.
Not doing this.
It was like a Blumhouse movie. It was, Yeah.
Yucky.
Tumbling out. Like, oh, my bad. I was working out, Mom. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry about that. The only other good match on the card, of course, was Roman and the Usos. Mean Roman with a fitter body is so much better a wrestler and performer.
He is. He is fucking tastic. They just need to get him out of this angle.
Yeah.
Well, now he's got 2 henchmen.
Is
that you think they're gonna do that?
I think that was the point, wasn't it? Now they work for him.
Well, one of them has to. The other one still, had knee surgery or a rehab center, whatever, which one it is.
He's still getting his chips, his sober chips.
Yeah, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoy heel Roman. He's fucking great. He's great.
Everything from the side eyes to the he gave us tears and then beat his cousin's ass. I was like, Roman, you've been paying attention in them acting classes, bruh. So you're really coming down.
Both of them too, because the Uso, when they were talking back and forth, you kind of could get into the fact that they were related, and like one of them's just being a dick, and the other one's like, stop being a dick.
Stop making fun of my pumpkin, Jimmy.
Exactly. I don't know. I liked it. I like it, but it's now gone too many. It's enough. It's enough. It's what, like the third month now that they've been doing this, or
third month and 2 pay-per-views. Like
which is fine. Which is all good. It was COVID time. They're trying some shit out, and I'm for it. I just want to see where they go next. And I almost wish it's funny, Pumps, because when you asked if he was wearing the Infinity Gauntlet glove.
That was great.
Which was funny. I started to think of all the members of his family that are in the E or in wrestling. And like, he could put 1 stone for Jimmy, 1 stone for Jay, 1 stone for like, you know what I mean? Whoever. And he's like, the Thanos of the Samoan wrestling dynasty.
Yeah, well, there's 3, 4 if you count Rock's daughter.
Right.
So he needs 2 more.
Yeah. And then Samoa Joe's not really part of that family, but it would be funny if that was like the last one.
Well,
yeah.
Somebody tweeted that. I saw a tweet that I thought was interesting. Someone said something like, well, we know one Samoan that could break down like the tribal chief or something like that. Like could break it up and make it a little faction. If they want to keep on the Polynesian train, I wish Samoa Joe would come back because as good as he is on the desk, I like him better when he's in the ring.
Oh my God. Could you imagine a heel Joe and Roman fucking tag team?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, just like, I think that would be fantastic. I think those 2 dudes together in a heel faction would be great.
Feuding with who?
They could roll through anybody they wanted. They could.
What were you saying, Pumps?
Yeah, well, I'm saying feuding with who, though? What's the payoff?
Your business. You go 4-on-4. You go the Usos, Roman, and Samoa Joe versus the Hurt Business at Survivor Series.
Then what?
Oh, I don't know. I'm booking about it as far
I like that, though, because then after that, if they lose to the Hurt Business, you could have Samoa Joe turn on Roman and set up like a future feud at Mania to be the true tribal chief with Samoan family. And, Joe could work the whole angle like, we didn't get it handed to us on a silver platter like you did with your lineage. I had to get it out the mud.
I like it.
Samoans from the other side of the track.
Hates our idea, Jay.
No, that's not it. I'm just thinking that the rumor is it's going to be Roman Rock at this year's WrestleMania.
For real?
Yeah.
Dude, what movie studio is going to let Rock wrestle?
Right.
He works $7 Productions. He's his own boss. He does what he wants.
When he gets in a movie that's fucking funded by Warner Brothers.
Well, yeah, not when he's actively shooting.
Right.
No, he's doing Black Adam, which is DC, which I would assume should be done by March.
That's Warner Brothers, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's the fact that the last time he wrestled, he had to do it while he was in between films because insurance companies aren't going to let him do that because there's too much.
No, I get that.
And didn't he like tear his pec? Didn't he like get all fucking hurt against John Cena? I want to say that he got hurt for real against John Cena in that match because you wrestle 1 time a year and you go back to being The Rock. Right. I don't know. Listen, I would love to see that. I just would be shocked if that happened not in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're going to Florida.
Oh, so they can have 20,000 people? Right. I guess.
I mean, we've only got one more week of the Amway Center.
And then what?
To be determined.
They're going to go in front of crowds?
They're trying to find an outdoor venue. Yeah.
Like,
well, it's Florida.
Oh, what about they could go to Texas to do one-off shows? I guess.
They could.
Right.
But they're going to want a base like AEW has. They're going to want a home base.
Well, where are they playing the World Series right now?
Texas.
Speaking of, the Dodgers are about to win.
Thank God after last night. Oh
my Christ. I don't want to turn this into a sports show, but oh boy, did my head explode.
I don't even, I'm not even a super duper baseball person like that, but it's the Dodgers. So of course I'm going to watch. I couldn't believe it. I had to change the channel. That was unbelievable what happened last night with the Dodgers, but that's all right. They back in it.
Well, yeah, you had to change the channel because the goddamn game was over, Jay.
That was terrible. Like, that was really bad.
Yeah, not good.
But anyway.
Speaking of bad.
Yeah.
Really, really awful. So that's all the good points that we got for Hell in a Cell tonight. I mean, there was so much garbage. We could start with Otis and Miz. We could talk about Retribution. Retribution has to be the sorriest anti-established faction of all time in any sport, in any society. They're really like, how are you anti-establishment and you keep getting your ass beat every week?
Okay, the guy looked like fucking Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles, first of all.
You mean Philip Screwdriver? What was his name? Philip
Screwdriver? No, Slapjack. And also, Bumps, do you know who this guy was?
Yeah, he was a Bellator fighter.
And who just got to skip NXT?
No, he was in NXT. I just forget his name.
No, that's what I mean. So usually when you get called up from NXT, you're in some high-profile NXT shit.
No, he was NXT mid-card.
They keep the masks on him.
And why is he allowed to wear a protective mask? If we're keeping it kayfabe.
Because Foley did it.
But Foley, but that was just leather. That's no different than Mysterio's mask. This mask this motherfucker had on looked like it was like an inch and a half thick, and it was supposed to be like a hockey mask. And he's supposed to sell punches to his jaw.
Yeah, Lashley really didn't know how to work with that. You could tell he went to rake his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Oh shit."
Dude, that sequence in the corner where he missed the drop kick and then missed another. It looks bad. Like it does nothing for the faction.
It's just the faction period is so stupid. I would prefer it just be Mustafa Ali, who's like some crazy ass hacker who's jacking up stuff. And instead of losing matches, he touches like something on his watch and it turns out the lights in the arena. And then they're like, oh, we're going to get that blasted Retribution guy. At least do something like that. How are y'all so badass? Y'all were tearing down the damn arena, but you have a contract now and keeping your ass beat every week. Bruh, come on.
Is this the WWE's version of the Dark Order?
They do the same hand gesture.
Right? That's what I noticed. They do the same hand gesture, and they also have like some like the Dark Order's got like Order 1 and Order 2, or right? Don't they have like?
Yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
Suck.
The Dark Order turned it around though. Like these guys need something. Ali's not moving the needle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
By himself, he's better by himself. He was his best when him and Sid were in 205. And they've got these sorry-ass wrestlers around him. He don't even need that. Let him do his own thing. I mean, I'm happy that he's back on TV because I like him a lot, but this ain't it. This is just...
The biggest crime is that they're all going to be stained with this now. Like, Donovan Dijak is a phenomenal athlete. You've got him under a hood wearing a vest with some weird red paint across his eyeballs. When he's like a legit 6'8" badass who can do high spots.
Who was just having amazing matches with Keith Lee, a guy you're shooting to the moon. Like you take one of them and you shoot him to the moon, and the other one you're like, we're gonna put you in a shitty game.
How do you feel about T-Bar, pal?
I hate it. I hate it altogether. We've said it for the past few weeks, but tonight was just a culmination of how shitty it is.
They're just gonna get buried online. I don't know how they're gonna come out of this. I don't see how they're gonna come out of it.
Well, that's all I got for Retribution. That was it was really trash. Also terrible. Please, I hope this is the end of this stupid ass Otis and Miz. Okay, the Law and Otis was pretty funny. I'll admit I laughed. Asuka was the funniest part of that whole little thing.
I agree.
As expected. I don't know, whatever the hell Asuka said they did that shit. I agree with Asuka. Whatever she said, I wish I spoke Japanese. But the rest of that, it's just, who is Otis? Who is he? How does he make WWE better? The Mandy thing was stupid. This is even worse.
The Mandy thing was all right compared to this.
Man.
She said, man.
I mean, if you're grading on a curve, the Mandy stuff was the high point.
True.
And didn't we say when Otis won that ridiculous Money in the Bank match that they weren't going to let him keep that briefcase?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. Which make it so dumb. I don't know, like, why give it to him then? If you knew you weren't, nobody in their right mind is going to believe Otis is going to win the. I don't care.
Yeah, but you didn't think Sandow was going to win it either.
But Sandow was over.
I mean, maybe I don't know the analytics. Maybe Otis just stuff gets views. I don't know. There's got to be something. He either pops Vince or he gets numbers online. I don't know.
How long did Sandow hold the belt when he cashed in? A month?
I don't know.
They got rid of Rusev.
Pull out Sandow reference on me.
I legitimately don't know.
I'm glad it's off him. The way it got off of him is incredibly stupid. You know, maybe this will be the end of the Miz and Morrison thing. I didn't like that either. Like,
did Morrison get a facelift, by the way? I know he shaved, but like he looked hella tight.
He's probably getting Botox or something.
It wouldn't surprise me. But
yeah, because Miz is still, compared to him, pretty young. So, you know, he probably was like, you know, put me a little here and put me a little here. And
compared to him, how old is Morrison? Wait a minute.
See.
Morrison's my age.
The Miz has got to be like 35, I'd say. Maybe 33, 35, somewhere in there.
Morrison was in OVW with Cornette, so that's 02.
How old is that?
So he's probably close to 40.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take offense at old jokes aimed at John Morrison.
I said he got a facelift. I didn't talk anything about his age.
He was throwing shade at Morrison's age.
I'm older than him, for sure. I'm sure I'm older than he is. It doesn't say.
John Hennigan is what you want to look up. That's his real name. Shoot name.
Let's see. John. How old are you, John? Yeah, I'm older than he is. He's 41.
Oh, right. Yeah. See, so I'm young. I'm only 1 year younger than old Johnny Morrison, but I don't like him.
I don't like him either.
I'm a fan of him.
He did his best work in Lucha Underground.
I totally agree. Lucha Underground was a fun product that was underrated.
And I'm not even a California homer.
Yeah, you're right. I am. Did you ever watch Lucha Underground, Jay?
I've seen it a couple times. I didn't watch it regularly, but I watched it a couple times.
It got out there at the end, though.
It did. It was a fun product.
The first 3 seasons.
Yeah, it was like a wrestling soap opera, but for real. You know how they say that wrestling's a soap opera? This one actually tried to be a soap opera.
They leaned in hard.
Hard. And it worked. It worked. I thought it worked.
In the Temple, Dario Cueto presents.
Yeah.
Something like that with Angel Garza, since he's the Latino Lothario. They should put him in, and Zelina and them, since they're always arguing with each other. They should do something like that and like bring the Mysterios into it. See, speaking of the Mysterios, unrelated to Hell in a Cell, watch. Dominic's sisters is gonna be wrestling. She's gonna take a bump pretty soon. Watch.
Yeah, from Buddy. Hey-o.
Hey,
Hey, I have to ask, Pumps, is that a Pop-Tart on your hat?
No, this is the Pawtucket Red Sox from my home state of Rhode Island.
Oh,
They did their minor league baseball team. They did like a food thing in 2018. So the lobster roll, famous for New England.
Oh, I see it. For a second, it looked like a Pop-Tart that the red stuff exploded.
Yeah, no, it's a lobster roll, Nate.
I like, but
it looks like they're holding a Pop-Tart.
Minor league baseball hats are so fun. Their logos are so cool. Sorry, got off topic.
Hey, look, the way our conversation is going is very indicative of what WWE viewership is like.
Hey, it's okay. We've only got one more match to talk about. But real quick, the finish of this Miz and Otis match, I liked better when New Japan did it 2 weeks ago or last week. Just saying.
So what tag team broke up in New Japan that they did that?
Ospreay and Okada.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the Chaos stable.
Ospreay left Chaos.
Yes. And he's on a tear, baby.
And I bet that Ospreay and Okada is just going to be slightly better than Otis and Tuck.
Yeah. Sure. Slightly.
I mean, for your money, you're probably going to watch Ospreay and Okada, but the matches will be the same.
Yeah, I mean, fairly close.
Maybe they should put Otis in something with Lana.
Now you're just hooking up with another blonde chick he just did that.
Maybe no, not that like hooking up. Like they could be undesirables or like the people nobody want or something like that. Because all their partners.
I think that's just what they are to you. Jay wants to put all the wrestlers she doesn't like in a faction called the people nobody wants.
The go away heat.
Lana, it could be Otis. We could put Morrison in it. I'm cool on him. Drew Gulak for show.
So all of Retribution.
The whole, except for Mustafa Ali and the glorious hair. We'll keep Mustafa. The rest of them can go. And then pretty much all the chicks. I mean, I love them, but I don't. All of them. Put them all in there. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Mandy, Sonya. I like Liv Morgan. She can stay. But the rest of them, Naya.
A quarter of the roster just went into Jay's faction. It's the largest faction in wrestling history.
I think Jay needs that gauntlet so she can just.
Exactly. Like they could come out like every once in a while, how like No Way Jose would come out with the conga line. Like they could just kind of march out, and then when the match is over, they
just go right to the back.
like a lumberjack match, except none of them can actually do anything. So they'll just stand around, and then they'll all go back to the back and do each other's hair.
That's funny.
And speaking of hair, a friend of mine is actually watching the Sasha Bailey right now, and she just said, "So who's going to tell Bailey that Kate Gosselin is a total bitch and she really shouldn't copy her hair?"
I thought you were going to say your friend was going to say Sasha needs to pull her wig down. Because that match was getting intense. I could see Sasha's wig starting to lift up. I'm like,
yeah. No, and also props for realizing her lashes were coming off and just doing it. Yeah. I was shocked. I thought she would have been selling, trying to glue them back on, but good for her.
What do you need lashes for when you're about to be the Smackdown Women's Champion? Oh,
they should have a female wrestler named Bobby Lashley. Bobby with an I?
Oh my God.
All right. Let's move on.
So, yeah, let's go to New Japan. Let's talk.
No, we got one. We didn't even talk
We
about
got one more match.
Okay, Max, how was the censor guy asleep when Jay Uso was shit, I'm gonna beat your ass, beat the shit out of you, but then they were trying to beep it, but then during the Drew McIntyre Randy Orton match, they're piping in holy shit. Come on,
Well, because
bro.
one guy fell out. Well, yeah, exactly. One guy fell off of a cell, kinda.
Yeah, and they missed it.
Yep,
Oh
they
my
didn't
God.
even get it.
Who?
That
Wait,
was
what happened?
but they didn't get the original. The camera angle wasn't that great when he went off. I mean, they got the replay on it, but. And we have a new world champion. And Pumps, how do you feel about it?
What's the point? I mean, if you don't want Miz to cash in on Drew, then that's fine, and he can cash in on Orton. But if my wrestling memory serves me correctly, and which it usually does, don't the champion get a rematch?
Right. Oh yeah,
So,
we're getting another Orton fucking McIntyre match for sure.
Cool.
We're
Yeah.
probably gonna get it this week. We're probably gonna get it like tomorrow.
I mean, Miz has got till what, March to cash in?
Well,
February?
Does he? Because if you win the Money in the Bank, now does it start over again with you now that you've won the briefcase?
I think they're going to want to get away from this year's Money in the Bank as quickly as...
I think they should take that back to Wrestler Court and see when it now starts.
Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, since they're going to go down this train of stupidity anyway, why not tie it up in court and then no one can compete for it? It's tied up in litigation, so no one gets to compete.
Yep. There's 2 Money in the Banks this year, 2 briefcases, 2 cash-ins, 1 for each brand.
Who is see, this is ridiculous. Who's the women's Money in the Bank champion?
There wasn't one. It was Asuka won the championship because Bayley couldn't compete. Sasha. Becky couldn't compete.
Becky.
I'll play with Becky.
Well, good. Okay, well then that takes that off the table because I don't want like when Carmella won it that year and with her little minion who was helping.
You mean Ellsworth?
Ellsworth. Poor Ellsworth. He was so whack.
Yeah, he also sends D-pics to 14-year-olds.
Ooh, I'm glad you said that because
Allegedly.
Before you said that, I was about to go, I kind of like Ellsworth.
I mean,
not anymore.
Allegedly. I don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
Wow. I believe you.
I didn't say anything binding. I said allegedly.
When you say he allegedly.
We believe you, Pump. Send your hate mail to @Pump61.
That's why he got let go.
Whatever side he's on, send it that way.
Yeah.
Follow him on Instagram, Pump61.
Hey.
The breaking news stories here.
Yeah. That's like a 5-year-old story.
Oh, what is wrong with these guys? Why do you think that's so prevalent, allegedly? All the like the adult misconduct, not that it's any better, but I can wrap my brain around it because that just means you're shitty and aggressive and it's about power. But children? That's just so disgusting. Like, you mean to tell me all the grown, whether it's a man or a woman, whatever you into, that's your business, that's cool. As long as they're a grown, consenting person, all the adults that you're around all the time, little kiddies?
Yeah. You'd have to ask Justin Roberts, Velveteen Dream, James Ellsworth,
Joey Ryan.
No. Oh, where's the Law and Order watch box? Because he's suing someone else this week.
He is. Who's he suing this week?
I put it in the group chat.
I have my ready. My little sound bite.
Oh, the Dodgers did officially win, BT Dubs.
Yes.
Go Doyers.
I don't know. It's somewhere deep in the chat.
Or even just the fact that these people have access. I mean, people will have an idea of what wrestling fans are like all men and women are a bunch of dweebs, and that's certainly not true, as you can see from this sexy ass crew on this show.
Exactly.
We know that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've gone to live events and seen lots of hot looking women. I've seen hot looking men there. And I think it's pretty easy if you're a big jacked wrestler to meet a hot girl. I don't think it's that hard. I really do not. The way I know groups get down in other sports, and a lot of these wrestlers make far more money than boxers and MMA fighters, and them dudes pick up chicks all the time. So I don't get it.
Yeah,
Come on,
I don't think I'll ever get it.
It makes no sense to me because, well, never mind. That's a topic for a whole. That'll be for like Illuminati Wrestling Order After Dark. That's a whole nother topic.
That's part of our Patreon. That's tier 2. You get the free uncensored.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea.
I mean, I'm not doing anything for the next month, so I mean, we could get some in the can.
IWO After Dark. That's not a bad idea. Hopefully,
So, did you guys watch AEW this week?
I saw some of it.
Okay. Did you
I didn't know. I didn't see what you want to know if I saw.
Okay. How about the Phoenix and Pentagon match?
Were you going to ask me about the steak dinner?
Well, I was going to get there. but I knew what you were asking, so I just said no.
I did not see the Phoenix Pentagon match.
What did you watch then?
Not a lot of it.
Okay. Well.
Wanted to.
How about that the Bucks are going to wrestle your boys for the tag team straps?
Yes. Was it this week where they had all the tag teams in the ring and the Bucks fucking were super kicking motherfuckers?
Well, I know that was last week. This week was the actual match to determine who wrestles.
Right, it was FTR. It was a 4-way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I saw.
Hold up, Nate.
Okay.
What were they doing again? I'm sorry.
The Bucks were super kicking motherfuckers.
Nate was mumble rapping real quick.
The dog likes it too.
The dog pop for that.
Dog pop.
So
I don't know. Yeah. You're taking the wind out of my sails here without seeing the most important thing of the week.
No. So, can you tell us about the steak dinner? Because I wanted to see that and I didn't.
I can. Yes. They sat down and were having a conversation about trivial stuff. They were going back and forth. And then next week they're going to have like a town hall meeting to see if the inner circle wants MJF. And then in that conversation, they just broke into song. And
they did a musical.
They did a musical number, yes.
I want it. I'm going to watch it.
All of them.
No, just Jericho and MJF with, I would assume, Jaguar girls, but I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to watch that. I like a good musical number, and that just seems so random. I got to watch it.
Do they get Wardlow too?
No, just Jericho. Just Jericho and MJF.
No, but does Wardlow join the inner circle if MJF does?
I would assume, right. but I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I didn't like it.
No, not the musical number. I'm sure you didn't like that. But MJF, do you think if MJF joins them and then tries to boot Jericho, that's a good angle to run? I think Cornette mentioned that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I would do it.
Right.
Because I think Jericho's kind of done they've gotten all the mileage they can out of that.
Yeah, I think.
And then you can flip Jericho full on face.
Yeah.
And put him with, I don't know, somebody.
And I think that would do more for MJF than it would for Jericho in the sense of, but like all them Santana and Ortiz and Guevara, they all got to go along with it though. I feel like.
Yeah, but I don't know. They could just swerve him at the end and whatever.
Right.
What else happened? Oh, during the Dark tapings, Abaddon took an elbow to the throat and couldn't breathe, and they had to stop the match immediately. But she should be okay. They rushed her to a hospital, but she's expected to make a full recovery. So,
ouch.
Women's division, AEW. She was
also,
wrestling Brandy though, so.
Also, your boy debuted with AJ Styles, Jay.
Oh.
Oh yeah, big giant Jordan.
Yeah.
God damn. I've seen him in person, and he's a big human being. And maybe because I can't see outside of myself and see myself standing next to him, that I can't fully appreciate how big and giant he is. AJ Styles for sure is taller than me. I'm only 5'5". So AJ Styles has probably got to be like, what, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Like, he's not the biggest guy, but, definitely taller than me. Jordan looked like the damn... That shit was looking like... And I got news for you, everybody. Like, he got AJ Styles looking like Gary Coleman out here. What is going on? What is his purpose? And salute to his tailor, because that was a nice suit for a big giant human being like that.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna stay with as AJ's heater?
I hope so. That's some good exposure, because they don't know what to do with him yet. They had him in the little underground thing as a security, and then they had him in the Retribution thing briefly. Or didn't he come out with them for one of the episodes or something? Like when they were first getting going, didn't they?
No, he was with the ninjas.
Yeah, he was the ninjas. How could we forget the ninjas?
He was with them ninjas that came out. I didn't like them ninjas either, and I couldn't understand why he was with them ninjas. But he was with them, and then now they got him with AJ Styles. I need to quit. They got him with AJ Styles. I don't know what he does exactly and why AJ needs... How did they separate AJ from the other people he was with?
Oh, they fired him. They signed them to huge contracts and then immediately released them.
That's been the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. That is Pumps. That is our Pumps. We like him. We keep him around and keep us together. Oh my God. I couldn't remember if they gave him them an actual exit point to their story. They just gave them a slip.
Yeah, well, technically they did. No, they set one on fire and they buried the other one in the Boneyard match.
Right. That's right. Okay.
And they were never seen for him again.
Ooh, so I don't know. I hope they're not jinxing homie by having him out there with AJ Styles. But if they got him as the muscle, what are you doing with AJ Styles' character that he needs muscle? So, what do you do with AJ?
Randy Orton?
He goes back and forth and he's heel and he's face and he's heel and he's face, and that's cool, but he's still pretty much the same guy. It's just his attitude. It's not like a reboot. So it looks kind of stupid to have AJ Styles, whether he's a bad guy or a good guy, with some money. It don't make sense to me. Put him in the Hurt Business, even if he's not wrestling. And salute to
AJ Styles. Put AJ Styles in the Hurt Business. I'm into that.
No.
Why not? Why can't he be in that?
I think we all know why he can't be in the Hurt Business.
Owen Hart was in the Nation of Domination.
Well, he's on the wrong...
After The Rock left.
He's on the wrong brand. That's why he can't be in it.
Oh, God.
No, he's not. He's on Raw.
Yes. No, AJ is on Smackdown. That was on Raw?
Yeah.
Boom. Hurt Business
application. That was Monday.
The Hurt Business, co-starring AJ Styles.
AJ wanted to move to Monday night so he could see his son's Friday night football games.
They can give him some cornrows.
Yeah, right? See? Now we're booking.
Now we're lit.
Yeah, well, hey, didn't the OG Nation of Domination have two white guys too? There was Wolfie D and PG-13 or something.
Hey, if you could have John Cena and his old character, what he was doing back in the day. I'm okay with AJ Styles being in the Hurt Business, but
I didn't say AJ not rapping, but
he was just going out with them. I mean, him and Cedric have actually, it could be kind of funny and fun because remember they had Kevin Owens with the New Day doing some stuff with them, and AJ and Cedric had a really good match before, and they have that same kind of flippity floppity type of style. So you would have the two big bruisers with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Then you could have two flip floppity guys with Cedric and AJ.
Have they given the giant dude a name yet?
Nah.
Because that would be funny if AJ and the big giant dude rolled to the Hurt Business and was like, "Hey, we both want in. We want to be in the Hurt Business," and then it's them trying to get in, and AJ using the big black dude to get him into the Hurt Business. That would be funny.
Oh no! Jordan shows up. He's like, "I want in." They're like, "Oh yeah, cool."
Yeah. And then AJ pops up from behind him. He's like, "I want in too."
Have them show up in like suits and everything, like Schwarzenegger and DeVito. Like we're coming too. We're gonna wear matching suits.
Yeah, now we're booking.
We are. See, Nate, if I see that on my TV next week, Nate, I'm gonna send you a present. I'm gonna send you a delivery from one of our fine local delivery services here in Southern California.
Talking.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, that's all I got for the week in wrestling. Did we miss anything?
I got one more thing.
Let's get it.
I got one more thing. So WWE is under investigation by the Orange County Health Department as a super spreader of coronavirus.
Oh boy!
There were 8 bars and 9 businesses. 3 of the business locations are WWE locations. It was Full Sail, Capitol, and the Amway Center.
Jeez,
wow!
How shocking!
And that's from WFTV 9, ABC affiliate. So don't at me.
I wonder how. I mean, McDivitt will get him out of that.
I mean,
right.
Linda will just give him another $1 million and they'll go away.
Right.
Exactly.
That's not allegedly because that shit happened.
Yeah, well, listen, is the Jacksonville Stadium fucking one of the super spreaders, right? It's got to be, right?
No, it's outdoor.
Oh, right.
And the only person, there's been like 4, maybe 5 positive cases. Janela this week, Lance Archer, Moxley because of Renee Paquette, rather, and one other one.
Huh. And then did you say Nia and all them who were out for a while?
Well, I'm thinking AEW.
Oh, right.
We don't have enough time to list the WWE cases.
That was everybody. Except
also, the cleaner, Kenny Omega, came back this week. Good stuff.
Salute to Kenny. Welcome back.
The Janela thing made me think of it because he was supposed to wrestle Janela, but he just beat the dog out of Sonny Kiss.
Yeah, I saw that match too.
Oh, wow, you invested 10 seconds into AEW this week. Thanks, buddy.
I did see that match.
It was literally 10 seconds. You want a participation trophy?
Saw it.
You saw one knee and a one-winged angel.
It's impressive.
Fair enough.
So why is he the cleaner? Because he cut his hair in a mullet?
No, he's had the mullet.
Why is he the cleaner?
Because of the brooms.
Oh, he can't. I miss his entrance.
Oh my God!
So 8 seconds.
All right. I might have seen that match on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I saw it.
He's gonna kill you. He's gonna send you some seeds in the mail. Don't open
it. This is why he pulls the ball from me all the time.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yes. But
That's
see,
not.
I know.
it makes us such a beautiful unit because we all form like Voltron to make half a puzzle. We love it.
That's
We love it. But I think that is it for the weekend wrestling with us. Pumps. Anything you want to share with us for the good of the order before we take it on out of here for the night?
No. I got some things in the works for the YouTube. So I'll be stay tuned to Pump 61 on Instagram for that information. But other than that, no, I think we covered all the ground that needs to be covered this week.
Yeah. As minuscule as it was.
And even some ground that probably didn't need to be covered.
Anything for you, Nate, for the good of the order?
Have a safe Halloween out there, guys. If you're gonna go do all that, just stay loving each other. Don't be assholes.
Will you commit to watching Spin the Wheel Make the Deal this week, Nate?
I watch every NXT show for sure. I do. Name one I haven't watched. You can't.
NXT UK.
That doesn't count.
You said NXT.
I watch NXT when it's on American soil during an election year.
You know what? That's funny. My kids said the same thing. She was like, "Why is there an NXT UK show?"
Because they bought up all the other indies and killed them. Sorry.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. NXT UK is pretty dope.
Cool. And as for me,
Cool story, Nate.
Giandra no longer has an Instagram because Instagram and their infinite wisdom said I violated some community guidelines. I guess my baby picture on my timeline this week was too much. Maybe they thought I was allegedly distributing bad stuff, but the picture is me. It has my name on it. It is, in fact, I still look the same with a few more wrinkles, but it's clearly me. But they took me down, so I have no Giandra LaBeouf Instagram. So please help me, please, because my little new Instagram is so dry. Follow my new Instagram, Bad Culture TV. That was my Instagram when I did mostly boxing content. So a large number is still boxing. So I have to start kind of migrating all my other stuff into it, but I don't want to do it all at once and then get locked out for spamming. So
do you not think you're going to get it back?
I'm going to keep trying. And sending them all the things. Like they keep asking, but see, this is how stupid it is for those of you who may have experienced this or whatever. So they sent me a thing, I was on it, and then I refreshed it and I was out. And they said, okay, I have the 2-factor authenticator on it. I have all that stuff. I entered the that shit. I entered the little code that it generates. And it said, thank you, we'll review in 24 hours and you may get your thing back. And so then then I got another message that said, you can't have it back unless you verify that you own the account. And so they asked me to submit like a receipt showing that I own it, like an invoice that I'm using it for business, etc. I uploaded all that. Then they sent me an email then they sent me a thing that said, hold up a sign like this with a number that we give you with your date and your username. So I just send them a picture like this with me holding this.
Wow.
It was the most draconian, ridiculous kind of process. But then they sent me 2 different things. One said send me something showing that you own it, then send me a picture of yourself holding a sign. I'm like, what is this, MySpace? So I'm not.
You're like, I only hold signs on OnlyFans.
My God, hold up a sign that says this so we can prove it's you. Like,
yeah.
Bro, $1 billion company. That's how you're verifying ownership.
Right.
Just ask me to send my ID. Like,
right.
That's so damn dumb. So I'm not very optimistic, but I'm going to keep trying. But if you could follow my Bad Culture TV Instagram in the meantime and help me build it back up, I'm not even going to worry about the YouTube at this point. It'll do what it's going to do. But
was your Facebook linked to that? Because aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. My Facebook is linked to it.
I don't have Facebook, so I don't know.
Yeah, everything is. Come on, I'm literally the only person on planet Earth with this name. The only person.
Hold up a sign.
We don't believe you.
My Instagram is not even lit like that. I could see if I had like 100,000s and thousands of followers. I'm not even lit like that, so I don't.
We should get masked and go retribution style on the Instagram headquarters.
We're gonna lose that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
But maybe they'll sign us to contracts. Maybe they'll sign us to contracts.
We'll get contract. We'll get paid at least.
Yeah.
We gotta fix it from the inside.
Yeah, that's right.
So we need Mustafa Ali on this. So if we could get on that, supporters of the show, I would greatly appreciate it. But on a high note, follow the Illuminati on Twitter and on Instagram. Now that is growing like gangbusters, so you don't want to be left out. Make sure you're following the Illuminati everywhere and reading all the stories and checking everything out, because there's tons of great content, and we do appreciate your support because it enables us to do shows like this. So for the good of the order, we thank you. We will be back next week, and everybody have a great Sunday night.